And like I say, France was being taken over by black people. Um, the the uh, the African Americans were they started out. I forget exactly what it was, but he's still over there. It's that one guy. He speaks French. There are some black people that were basically trying to take over France. But like I said, France wasn't black. France was white. And like this one black guy wanted to be like the French king or French leader. Or there was this one guy, and basically he wanted guns or weapons, and I used the explosives to basically blow up hillsides and basically, for mining, just normal stuff, stuff that doesn't involve killing women or children or men, you know, and so like I was a very honorable person. And I had a lot of other people that were also honorable. They weren't killers or psychopaths. And and I didn't want them to be, and I wasn't either. So and there were certain people in this world that were like trying to grab for power, but most of my people, like I was rich. We were rich. Anybody that worked for me, I could basically be like, and you're gonna get paid 6 cents a day, or $6 a day, or $2 a day, which back then was like, it's like getting paid is like getting paid like $500 an hour or $300 an hour. I could easily pay people, basically anyone that I chose was basically like, I could snap my fingers and be like, and you're rich. It was like that. I mean, I was the great Lucifer White Star Lines, inventor of steam engines, builder of steam trains, builder of towns and communities. Like most people who talked to me didn't even really realize who they were talking to. They thought they were talking to a board member or some other owner or some trumped up or puffed up, person. They thought Lucifer White Star Lines was like some adult. And it's like, well, I'm about 3 foot tall, or I was about 3 foot tall, about 9 years of age, going on 100 trillion or a couple thousand, and basically epic creator, epic inventor, builder of flight steam engines and tanks, trains, and cities. So I mean, I just didn't really like go around flaunting it, you know. But basically, I needed people, and pretty much every now and then, basically, we would come across someone, and I would like them, or I'd be like, and I need you to do this, and basically, it's like, well, you're gonna get new clothes, you're gonna get a new ship, and blah blah. Because, like I say, I built the fastest and biggest ships. I was the great White Star Alliance. Like I said, my ships actually literally lasted over 100 years. My ships could last 3 or 4 generations, and then you just replace some bushings or some bearings, or pound some metal or put some wooden things in there or whatever, and basically it'd run just fine. A little lower scheduled maintenance, and they would run pretty. They'd run for 2 generations easy. Like but I would only use them for like a certain time period, and then it's like, well, time to build a new one. I was always building a new one. Like every year, every 2 years, I'd build a new ship. So, I mean, I just had like one or two steady shipyards. And like I said, it wasn't until I was building the Leviathan or the Titanic where it's like, well, we're gonna need a new shipyard. Because like a lot of my shipyards were like 300 foot okay, 400 foot okay, but like 900 foot is like, and like 60 foot tall or 70 foot tall, it's like, yeah, we're gonna need a scaffolding and a new shipyard. And like I said, a lot of my people too, like some of these people, they're the ones who went up to the mining communities. They're the ones who talked to everyone. They're the ones that could slip in and out of harbors if they needed to. I could always basically just say, I mean, they half the time they didn't know who they were working for. Like I said, most of the time they thought they were working for some person. Like, they didn't really realize that they were working for me. It's like, so like, but like I say, within 2 or 3 days, a tailor would come and see them. They'd get new clothes. They'd start getting a couple dollars a day, or a couple, they'd start getting real pay. And I mean, I was massively wealthy, massive. I was always wealthy. Like I rebuilt towns just to be nice. And I loved that. I loved how much people loved my ships. I loved how people would buy my cannons. Like, people were always buying my stuff for their protection, for other people's protection, sometimes to pirate. Sometimes it just be whatever. Anyway, some of my people, like I said, they were not everyone was a saint, as they say. I had a lot of people that weren't saints. Like, yeah, I know you're not perfect, so what? Like, whatever. Some of them might have even gotten a little rough with some women. It's like, well, okay, well, just try not to do it anymore. Anyway, but sooner or later, like I said, people would always go through this period. Like there's first meeting me, and then there's all the money and everything else, and then later on, like I say, once everything was good and once they were rich, like sometimes, like a lot of times, they would become friggin' heroes. And sometimes people would say things like, "Goddamn heroes." People. I don't know. As people got to know me better and better and more, and they were around my people, and they saw how it was real. It was all real. People would be like, "He's real. It's real. It's all real." Like I say, I'd be like, and you'll be getting a new shipyard, a ship. Just go contact. Back then it was and I'll be giving you a new ship. And so, like I said, the Germans just were doing whatever I wanted. So, basically, I said, get this guy a new ship. They got a new ship, twin screw. So my draftsman would be like, and it'd start to be being built. I could build 2 or 3 ships and not even feel it. And they always produced cargo, and they all worked really hard. And like I said, they hauled drugs, they hauled women, they hauled people. I just asked that they try and be honorable. I was like, could you at least try and be honorable? It's like, will do, sir. Like, okay. Anyway, it was wartime. We went through another war. And they didn't tell me about a lot of things they had to do. Sometimes they were like, we have to do some bad things, but we don't want you really to know what we do. So anyway, because like I say, sometimes they had to make the hard calls for me. Sometimes they would make the hard calls for me. Like I say, they like to try and keep me innocent. They like to try and protect me because they knew I was, eventually they found out that I was him. And it's like, oh no, you found out. Who told you? Anyway, because I didn't really like them to find out that I'm I was just trying, I like to stay on the down low a lot of the times. Because I was already massive enough. I was already epic Lucifer. So, Lucifer Star, White Star Lines is like, I know who I am. like when I was a kid, I was like, I know who I am. I know. So I don't really need to go around saying, I am Lucifer. So usually I was just like, yes, White Star Lines, mining and shipping. I left my name out half the time. Because I thought that was just too much. I like to be professional about it. And I like people to get to know me and me to get to know them. Like I said, I was always really cautious. Most people didn't even know they were working for the Creator. So... and then later on they would find out, or they would get the idea, or they would begin to understand. And then they turn into goddamn heroes. And like I say, they get a brand new ship from one of my shipyards, and it's like just like that. You'll be like I said, and you'll be getting a new ship. So anyway, so he went and talked to my shipyard, and he got a brand new ship. I'm pretty sure, twin screws and everything. I'm pretty sure at some point in time. I built a lot of ships. I built over 15,000 ships. Ship types. I was basically... When you went to go get a ship, you bought a Lucifer White Star Line, an LS ship. You just may not have known that was LS.